Hello and welcome, Taurus. We're looking into what you can release in order to welcome in your manifestations and your success. So keep in mind these are collective and general, so receive what aligns and release anything that does not align with you. Never give your power away to any person, reading, guru, and remember that if you ever do give your power away, that you can call it back to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and see for my Taurus viewers highest and best messages. What is important for my Taurus viewers to release at this time to make way for their success? Surrender to prayer. Give yourself over completely to prayer. When you pray from your heart, you will be heard throughout the universe, and answers and support will arrive. Okay, so it looks like you're kind of overwhelmed. You're maybe in a midway point here between, you're standing in the present moment, looking into the future. You have these beautiful hopes and dreams and this light that is coming from you, but the past right now is quite shadowy and dark and mucky, okay, is what I'm hearing. So there's definitely a need for you to call in support from your angelic team, from people that you can delegate to, okay? Many of you might resonate with being earth angels, okay, but it's like you've given a lot to others. You've been an angel in other people's lives. Now it's time for you to receive that. And we're, in Saturn retrograde, which is the perfect time for your karma or your good deeds to circle around back to you here. So there is this sense of leaning into your communication with the universe, with your desire to co-create your reality rather than react to life, okay? There's a gentleness here, there's a compassion, a self-compassion that you have with yourself, with others, but you see the water right there is at her waist. So there definitely is a sense of somewhat being overwhelmed at this time. So know that you're not alone, ever, okay? We always have spirits and energies around us, right? Some of you might be praying to a specific ancestor, loved one on the other side, again, your spiritual team, or you're just speaking to the universe and you're asking for what it is that you require to assist you at this time, okay? And we're going to use the bottom of the deck as well. The bottom of the deck says surrender comparisons with other people. It says, keep your eyes trained on yourself, focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. So you might be dealing with some shadowy aspects of comparing your life to the life of others, comparing your beauty to the beauty of others, your intelligence to the intelligence, your skills. There is no comparison, right? You are a very unique individual, and to focus on your strengths, focus on your beauty, focus on your uniqueness, because I do feel like you could be getting lost a little bit in that insecurity and that shadowy kind of fear energy, which kind of keeps you stuck and prevents you from shining in the way that your soul is desires to shine, which is doing what you love to do and definitely leaning into your strengths here, okay? Because you do have these unique abilities. You have this gentleness, this compassion, this beautiful slowness to your energy right now, that is beneficial, one, for Saturn retrograde, but also is beneficial for you to have a gentle touch in your life when it comes to relationships, when it comes to transmutation, when it comes to reflection, and recognizing too what voice is within you speaking, right, when it's comparing you to others, right? Is that your own voice? Is that your ego? Is that something that someone planted those seeds within your subconscious a long time ago? Is it a societal thing? Unpack it and get rid of what doesn't serve you. It's really a matter of observing your thoughts and knowing where they're coming from and what serves you and what doesn't, and then replacing them with that which does serve you. Now, there's deeper processes of shadow work where you go into that, you embrace what you feel is the undesirable qualities that you have, right? And you integrate that into your being and you love yourself through that process, but you allow yourself to also feel those crunchy emotions that you don't necessarily want to feel, right? And it leads to deeper embodiment, it leads to wisdom, it leads to you finding that beauty within and that strength within as well. So those are two things to release here. One, allow others to help you and ask for what it is that you require, what you need, not just, from people in your life, but from the universe, from your spiritual team, and stop comparing your journey to somebody else's, okay? What you have is very unique. Your path is unique, and embrace that, own it, claim it. It's yours, right? All right. So let's go ahead and see a little bit more about what Taurus is creating space for. Many of you, it's definitely leaving a part of the past behind is what you are wanting to do. Some of you too, it's balancing karma or clearing karmic contracts. Could be something else that you're doing here, but again, in a very gentle way. Or if you're dealing with people that you just can't deal with them, right? They're very difficult to deal with. You've done all that you can. Then you talk to the universe about what you need, or you kind of try to reach out to this person on a higher level, right? Communicate with their spiritual team. There are ways that you can navigate where you can take the responsibility that you're carrying that isn't even yours to carry and give it back to source. Okay? But I do feel it is important, if you haven't looked at shadow work, Taurus, that you start to look at shadow work, because I think that rite of passage could be coming up here soon. Many of you are also finding a beautiful balance between your light and shadow at this time, like the High Priestess energy. So what are my Taurus viewers making room for at this time? Yeah, we have the Eight of Swords. You're releasing self-doubt. So what are you making room for? Confidence. And that's confidence in your knowing. That's confidence in your intuition. Okay? Confidence in your body cues. So you're clearing out self-doubt. Tell me more for my Taurus viewers. Earned rest, Four of Swords, resting, recharging, relaxing. Understand what it is that's driving you, and is it fear, right? Is it fear that's motivating you, or is it inspiration that's motivating you, right? Of course, we're human beings, we have an ego. Our ego wants us to survive and thrive, but it pushes us. And sometimes it can push us from a place of releasing within our bodies, chemicals that are helpful for short-term bursts of energy, but not endurance, right? And so that's why it's important with this Four of Swords that you are taking time to rest, recharge. Look at you. Barefoot, grounding, leaning against a tree, just relaxing, enjoying the sunshine. He's still in his suit. So like maybe you're taking a break from work. You're taking a lunch break outside, right? And you're taking off your shoes and your socks, and there's that comparison thing. Like, don't worry about what other people think. Do what feels right and aligned for you, right? To do some earthing and connect in with nature and just being able to kick back and relax and recharge, especially your brain, okay? Your brain needs to have that break to be able to rest, to be able to recharge. So you take the swords from 8 to 4, okay? And that's brilliant because you're starting to release that self-doubt. Give yourself some more space within your mind so that you're not being, crowded by obligations and crowded by overthinking and insecurities. Instead, you have that space to create consciously what you want to, and think about consciously what you want to think about and bring about that brings you stability and happiness and puts a smile on your face, okay? I like to see that. Let's see what else. It's important for my Taurus viewers to know we have the High Priestess. See, I sense that. Yeah, your third eye opening up, definitely trusting in your instincts, your intuition, your meditations, your dreams even. Okay, some of you, like I said, if you're dealing with a person where, like, in dealing with their physical human self, like, you have done all that you can. You might meditate and connect in with that person, express everything that you want to express with them on that higher level. You might be working it out in your dream space. Sometimes it doesn't always require effort, just your intention that sets the motivation and the momentum for that healing, for that neutralizing, to take place in that connection. It's not always just on you here. Okay. And we have decisive intuition as well. So it looks like, you're clearing away this doubt, you're resting and recharging, and then you could be receiving downloads. Now you're in a receptive feminine energy to be able to receive what's important for you to receive from your intuition, from your higher self, from your spiritual team. Remember, that will always be your spiritual team, loves you unconditionally. Yes, your spiritual team might be sometimes a bit strict with you, but your spiritual team always wants you to live, your best life, and is not going to just feed your ego, is not going to feed fears. Your spiritual team is going to be very calm with you, okay? So that energy will be calming to you and nurturing, I'm hearing as well. So if that's not what you're receiving, it's time to clear your energy, ground protect your energy, make sure that you are still embracing your spiritual practices at a very basic level, so that you have that foundation and you're crystal clear when it comes to your intuition. Okay, let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper. Tell me more about the energy here that Taurus is releasing. Okay, rejection. Okay, so many of you, there's rejection energy that you're releasing from the past. I did a post on rejection. I don't remember. It's probably a couple months ago on my Instagram. Maybe check that out, and it's about how rejection serves you. So rejection oftentimes is there's a vibrational mismatch. There's a timing mismatch. There's something better for you. Or, it can be redirection, and it can also be protection, right? It can be protecting you from something. And then we have this Four of Swords, abundance flowing in. So some of you might be releasing some sort of scarcity mindset, and then it opens up to the abundance to flow through your experience. And the abundance isn't just money, although obviously it's coins here in this card, but your abundance is your energy, your wellness. It expands through all areas of your life, feeling like you have more than enough rather than feeling scarcity. It opens you up, okay? So I feel like your heart space emotionally, your mind is opening up a little bit more, but also your heart space is also opening up more to receive more or to give yourself more as well. So I do feel like you're prioritizing your self-care, your wellness, your resting and recharging. Clarify the High Priestess energy for my Taurus viewers. Highest and best messages. Energy, yeah. You're going through an energy reset. You're going to be receiving downloads. You're going to have creative, it feels like creative ideas coming through here, wanting to channel your energy many different ways. Could be sensually, passionately, in whatever way kind of aligns with you that makes you happy and brings you success. Okay. So that's really beautiful here. So you are unblocking and unlocking your success and your abundance. Let's see what else my Taurus viewers welcoming in by releasing the self-doubt. Highest and best messages for my Taurus viewers. Eight of Cups, you're releasing routine, something that was stagnant, something that was boring, okay? So you're switching it up here. You're going after your 10 of Cups, not just your 8 of Cups. Chariot, persevering willpower. Okay? Beautiful. The Chariot makes me think of like sometimes things you didn't think were possible actually become possible, right? With an open mind, with enough resting, recharging, and alignment. The Chariot also helps you move forward from the past, which it looks like is something that you desire to do here, Taurus. Okay, so there's forward momentum here after resting and recharging. If you did give your power away to some sort of like old routine or kind of outdated version of yourself, I feel like you're taking that back. And then you are directing your life. You're in the driver's seat. You're very consciously and presently and empowered in the driver's seat rather than just living on autopilot because you were exhausted, right? So the Chariot is also a sense of self-mastery. Okay, so there's something that you are mastering here. You're starting to see more success, feel more success. Some of you could be leaving behind patterns that were unhealthy that were within your family bloodline too, and making your own way. Some of you are doing that integration and healing work as you see these two roads are coming together, right? So you're finding a way, just like the light and the shadow, to balance, to find your balance here. It's like if you have like two family members that want you to follow a certain path, one saying go this way, the other one's saying go this way, and you're like, I'll take a little bit from that, I'll take a little bit from that, but I'm going to make my own path, thank you. Like that's you, Taurus. All right, let's see what else is Taurus welcoming in. Obstacles are clearing here for you too. We have rewarded sacrifice, the Hangman energy. So you're going to have this new perspective with listening and trusting in your intuition. I also feel like you might have released something recently and it's really benefiting you, obviously, because your happiness, your success, and your energy is recharging here. Okay. You might have gone through some really deep releasing because we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. Or you did some deep releasing of some person here, but it's like the worst part is over and now you're choosing what is best for you with the Lovers. So you are also creating space, not just for the path that you want to move in, the kind of design and lifestyle you want to live, but also for a partner here with the Lovers. Cleared by the Ten of Swords. What is this release for Taurus? Highest and best messages. Some of you, it was this emotion that you were holding back, or maybe you felt like you had to have this like angelic appearance and you had to behave a certain way, and this is how you're feeling inside. Okay, and so letting it out, letting yourself express what you need to express. Some of you might need to clear your throat chakra, some of you might need to scream into a pillow because you're so frustrated, right? But you might have this motion that you've held in that it's time to express it in a healthy way. Okay, and I feel like that will also clear a lot of space here for you. Tell me more about this Ten of Swords energy here for my Taurus viewers. Judgment, earned reward. See, you have rewarded sacrifice and earned reward. So also some of you, again, you've been making healthier choices for yourself. Again, you might be releasing certain things, but you're seeing the reward from it. You're seeing how your energy benefits. And yes, with that judgment energy too, there's that balance again. The light and the shadow. You know, the integration of all of who you are. Tell me more about this judgment energy here. Somebody might have ended a karmic contract. Yep. Or a long-standing conflict with someone. You might have cleared cords. You might have just set boundaries or completely ended a karmic contract with someone here. And again, it frees up this energy for you. Yeah, this is kind of the energy I was feeling with the Five of Wands, with a difficult situation or person that you were dealing with. But it was a cycle for you to release. Instead of continue to fight it, it was something for you to release. So there was a message within that. There was some lesson. There was in a way, there's a message of realizing you have a choice. Okay? Whereas before you might have not felt that freedom of a choice. Two of Coins, set priorities. Yep. You set your priorities. With that Two of Coin. Again, like being at a crossroads. Okay. So you definitely have some deep emotions to release here. So whether you feel comfortable doing that on your own, with someone who can hold space for you, like a therapist or a friend, somebody that you trust. But it does look like you're making some judgment call here to choose what is best for you. Because you've been balancing a lot on your plate for a while here, Taurus, it looks like. All right, let's go ahead and see. Let's look at this lover's choice for Taurus viewers. Yeah, Page of Cups, new excitement. Okay. There's a sense of excitement with love again. Maybe this is what you had to release from the past. Was this rejection energy, this fear, this even betrayal energy of the past. Okay. Or could have been some sort of internal conflict that you had with yourself, right? Or some sort of belief system that was preventing you from moving forward. But now there's excitement and motivation. Instead of fear driving you, it's excitement. It's a euphoric choice. It's something that you're compassionate about with the Queen of Cups energy. And the Ace of Coins, new abundance, fresh energy. All right, let's go ahead. For those of you, when it comes to love and relationships, we'll get a guidance card for you from the Romance Angels, my Taurus viewers. It is safe for you to love. Okay, so some of you, that's what you had to release, was that fear. We also have to pay attention to the red flags. So yes, it's saying it is safe for you to love, but not to dismiss any red flags. Now, some red flags, it's like, that's interesting. You slow it down a little bit. You maybe are a bit more inquisitive, but you pump the brakes, right? And some red flags are absolutely not going in a different direction. But we also have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And worth waiting for, divine timings at work in your love life, okay? So I do feel like you've been kind of guarding and protecting yourself here, Taurus, and it might be that you're ready to release that old wound and open up to love again, okay? Anything for me to share from, let's see, with my Taurus viewers with this? Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So your angels will be talking to you. We have 9 of Cups, wishes granted. Yeah, just, take your time. Ace of Cups, emotional readiness on the bottom of the deck. Well, that doesn't seem like a red flag to me at all. I do feel like your intuition will be letting you know, your body cues will be letting you know if you have any sort of red flags with someone here. Some of you could be rejecting and releasing an energy from your experience and because of a lot of red flags or very selfish energy. That could be the case as well. So you're just going to have to, just like how you're communicating with the universe, you're going to have to listen for those signs. And again, be kind of curious, or if it's a situation where you feel like it's a huge red flag, then, obviously not continuing with that individual. But it feels like you're making space for your wishes to be granted, okay? For new beginnings, new abundance, an abundance mindset, love, okay? You're making space for new beginnings. So let's go ahead and see, how is nature supporting my Taurus viewers with this releasing energy and creating space for their success? We have compassion. So nature is going to be showing you love and compassion. Could be through animals, okay? Just even feeling that energy, like from the forest or from the trees or from the, from the earth. But it's a space that is very transformative for you is when you're out in nature, so definitely embrace that. We also have your dreams creation. Okay, so dreams, we have love dream time, so some of you definitely need your rest. Okay, you need proper rest, and maybe keep a dream journal because you could be receiving information or, divine downloads and incredible ideas that are very inspiring and exciting for you that you might be dreaming about here. Some of you, again, when you communicate with the universe, you do it while you're out in nature. You do it while you are maybe telepathically in your mind, or maybe you're speaking out loud. But you feel that love and that unconditional support from Gaia, right? From the universe when you're out in nature. And I think nature's also like a container for you that just kind of like holds you and supports you. So you feel like you can think more expansively. You can really open up to your dreams and open up to how you truly feel, right? Without your ego getting in the way, because you're in a space where you feel safe. So you're like, okay, I can be really honest and vulnerable with myself and how I'm feeling when I'm, in my garden, or when I'm going for a nature walk. I feel this love and support, and then I'm able to, it's almost like being around like trees. Trees are like grandparents, right? But it's almost like talking to a grandparent, like going for a walk and talking to a grandparent, being able to tell that grandparent anything and everything, and just allowing it to, be expressed, whether it's telepathically or you're just even acknowledging it within yourself. It's just that you feel safe enough to be able to do it. Okay? So nature is definitely nurturing you here, Taurus. Let's go ahead and see this new energy that you're inviting in specifically. New energy my Taurus viewers are inviting in specifically. Definitely clearing timelines. We have a deep breath. Beautiful. And then here's the time machine. Yeah, you're creating space for a new timeline. You're ready for a level up. Look at that fresh, clear energy. Being able to rest, relax, recharge. Maybe go to some sort of spa, have some sort of retreat here. Spend time, there might be just a beautiful sacred space where you can spend time just resting, recharging, and breathing. And some of you are moving through portal energy. And before you ascend to a higher timeline, you release the density. That's why it becomes difficult, and that's why you kind of deal with sometimes the past coming up to be cleared, or certain lessons showing up here to make sure they're integrated. Let's go ahead and read these for you here. I'm tired, so I'm sure you're tired here, Taurus. I wasn't feeling this way before the reading. Okay, so a deep breath, a genuine expectation of danger, projection of a threat without substance, fight or flight mode, inability to focus, trusting in the universe as a way to release fear. Wow. Fear is asking for your attention and healing right now. You or another are operating from a position of fear. If you also see red flags, you must be headed towards genuine danger, or you might be headed towards genuine danger. Perhaps repeating a lesson you don't need to learn again. You can honor this kind of fear by saying thank you and protecting yourself by choosing another path. In this moment, you have all it takes to make this shift. If, on the other hand, the fear surrounds the idea of taking a risk, be mindful. Radical trust in accepting the discomfort of the new is called for as you move out of your comfort zone. Ask for courage to take a leap into the unknown and know that all will be well, but know that all that will be well doesn't mean all you have come to expect. Stories from the past may be molding your expectations right now, causing fear-based or anticipated hurt. Don't isolate yourself or fall for the false idea that life is too painful and engaging with it should be avoided. How about loving that side of you that is afraid, acting out and causing all this unnecessary commotion? You will never be happy if this small part of you controls your life, as it will if you allow it. However, remember to be gentle with yourself and others. Once you let go and relax into your life, everything looks brighter and friendlier. Today, choose love over fear. You'll be amazed when you do. So yes, trusting in yourself and releasing those old stories, right? It's powerful. All right, let's go to time machine. Here we go. Inherited patterns. These themes did come up. Inherited patterns, conditioning, lessons already learned, cellular memory, honoring the past without being trapped there. We rely on stories we inherit from our ancestors, our families, our culture, and the world around us to construct a map of our reality. As we develop new stories in life, we build on those old foundations, repair them when we can, or tear them down to begin again. The best and most powerful traits and experiences of your ancestors are yours to integrate into your life so you don't have to revisit their hardships or rectify their mistakes. You have a magical map with which to navigate your current circumstances. Look to the past for answers now. Ask yourself, in this situation, what can I learn from those who came before me? What traits can I emulate in order to move through the challenge with wisdom? How can I build on what I already know and integrate this understanding? What might I do differently? Sometimes you walk blindly into traps set in the past. Perhaps you couldn't see that you were repeating a pattern until you were well in it. The best course of action here is to rest, practice self-compassion, and make a conscious choice to do something differently next time. Clarity will come. Remember that if you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. History repeats itself only if you allow it. The most important thing is that you are becoming aware. You can make a different choice regarding how you respond to life right now. Yes, things can be awkward and uncomfortable as old hurts are revealed and new solutions are attempted. The time is right for change, so keep going. Every step is important. Allies will rally, but in the end, you are the one you've been searching for. One day you will remember how beautiful your new story was just around the corner. So we have a bit of a pattern developing here. One of it is patterns, old patterns, okay? Shadow work, becoming conscious of the choices that you're making and where that's coming from and whether or not that's serving you, making different choices, right? And trusting in new experiences, trusting in the new here. Because it looks like, yes, we have the light and the shadow of the past, where you have, you know, the wisdom of your ancestors, or maybe even some wisdom from past lives that can assist you in this life moving forward. But that's only, you want to take what is helpful and move forward, not get stuck in the past. So it's a powerful time for you. Again, you know, it's Saturn retrograde. So retrograde is a time where we kind of have the past themes come up here. But just make sure, again, that you're taking the best care of yourself here, Taurus, resting, recharging, and learning and observing. Not in a judgmental way, but in a very present, self-compassionate way, because it's going to reveal to you, oh, wait a second, I've been down this road before. I see the red flag. I'm gonna take a different path, or I'm going to navigate this differently. And then that's when you are co-creating your experience, co-creating your reality, and also your timeline too, is when you're very conscious and present with the choices that you're making and knowing the place at which they're coming from. Are they coming from a place of fear? Are they coming from a place of love? Are they coming from a place of wisdom? Or are they coming from a place of autopilot? You know? All right, so that's what I have for you, Taurus. Receive what aligns, what's helpful, release anything that doesn't serve you. Thank you again for joining me. Take the best care of yourself, and I will see you soon.